What's up, my fellow Meeson? Or as we like to say, we got one of the flock in the shop today, and we're gonna be pre-lubing and possibly attempting to take off the exhaust because we got another exhaust showing up. Well, it's not another exhaust, it's pipes and stuff we gotta make into exhaust, but right now we're just trying to get the old one off. So I think I'm gonna start by getting everything up on jacks so I can access all the points I need to put the penetrant on. Penetrant's really good because it breaks down rust. You gotta put it on. The exhaust isn't arriving until Friday, but you know, putting this stuff on today will make it so tomorrow when I come and try to get everything off, you know, it'll all be loose and ready. This stuff's gold. By no means sponsored, but PB Blaster is my penetrant of choice. WD-40 is not a penetrant. WD-40, I mean, some of you might know this. WD-40 is a water deterrent Formula 40. It's really good for getting stuff that's stuck unfrozen, but you gotta, but it's not lube, you know. This is, and it's also not penetrant. Although it kind of acts like a penetrant in some scenarios, but this is a penetrant, and there's other things like silicone grease that's a lubricant. It's important to know the difference of those, but to be honest, they kind of all do the same thing. But if you need something specific, it's important to know what you got. When you're jacking a car up, respect is very important. You know, there's some spots that are better to jack on than others. Want to have your jack stands at the ready. Take two with better light. There we go. Okay. So this right here is a factory jack point. That spot right there, where the jack stand is. There's one more back there. You can kind of see it. There's ones across the way. You can also see that in there is the one clamp where the exhaust bolts together. Right there is another area where there's bolts, but you can tell that the heads of those nuts are pretty crusty and rusty. They might not come off very easy. Looks like here's a sealed O2 bung. I don't know why it's sealed. I guess that means we don't have an O2 sensor in this car, which is fine, question mark. It's a non-turbo model, so it makes sense. There's looks like one muffler. I don't know if we got one or two. Well, I think we only got one. So that's the muffler we gotta get out. And ideally, reusing some of these hangers would be good. You can see where the exhaust is hung, like up in there on that little bracket with that little rubber grommet. We'll be getting up in there. We'll be trying to rip this stuff out. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. Look at that clip right there. Fucking juicy. That is not the correct clip for that bushing, but what are you gonna do? One of my favorite features on this car are these little bits of the hood. When you open the hood all the way, this little thing, this rocker right here, makes contact with that. You know, you can see how that would happen. What you do is you spin them out of the way. Duh. But you spin them out of the way, and then it opens 90 degrees, which is so much more convenient. It lets you get to all this stuff back here without having to like pinch your head all in this little spot. You can stand up straight and access this stuff. And yeah, holy cow. One of my favorite features of the car. We can see the exhaust system. Eventually, when the 16 valve engine ends up in here, eventually gonna be a turbo motor, and we're gonna have a 3-inch exhaust back from the turbo. But that connects at the turbo, which will be up in this region somewhere, you know. But there is no turbo. So right now, we're just gonna go all the way back to where those two pipes become one. We're gonna cut it while it's still pretty wide, hopefully close to 3 inches in diameter, and then we'll start the 3-inch pipe from there back. Until we get this other motor in here. The exhaust is just to quiet this thing down because man, it's loud on the inside. It drones like a mother-in-law. You know what else I gotta add to the list? Fixing the squirter motors, or the, you know, the windshield squirter. The pumps work, everything works, but it just pees down there. It used to squirt up there, and then I tried to clean it. You know, look how clean that, like, that wheel well is compared to like the rest of this area in here, this crap. Look how colorful and clean that is. Well, I got in there and I cleaned it all and it stopped working after I put my hands on it, so that's typical.
I like digging holes and hiding things inside them. When I grow old, I hope I won't forget to find them, 'cause I've got memories and travel like gypsies in the night. I build a home and wait for someone to tear it down, then pack it up in boxes, head for the next town running, 'cause I've got memories and travel like gypsies in the night. And 1,000 times I've seen this road, 1,000 times. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots. I've got no roots. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots. I've got no roots. I like standing still, but that's just a wishful plan. Ask me where I come from, I'll say a different land, but I've got memories.
It's wet down here. Let me tell you, fighting off these rubber bushings was difficult, but not the worst. There's another one up here. Can't see it as well. And then that right there. All this shit. That's why this exhaust is getting replaced. It's cracked all the way up to there, and this thing just would scream all the time, and not a sexy car scream, like a dying wail. I've undone this clamp right here, but you know, rust has permanently attached things. I've also undone this clamp, you know, it's pretty loose. Not that loose, but again, rust has attached things more permanently than affixed things more permanently than I would appreciate. So I might have to cut it. I mean, hell, it cut most of most of the way through itself for me already. Getting the O2 sensor out might be the biggest hassle, to be honest. Said I was gonna penetrate it so it'd be ready for tomorrow, and then said I'm gonna start the project now, and started tearing into it. So, you know, it's a day in the life, really. I also happened to take off the wheel because that gave me a lot better view in from this direction. You can see everything in there really well from here. You can see that side of that clamp. I'm probably gonna try to rescue those hanger brackets, because I'm probably gonna try to reuse the hangers for the new exhaust. What the heck is going on over here? Oh. That's great.
Oh, we're just a backseat, trying to get it while we can. Oh,
Okay. Ooh. All right. So, you know, I lubed all of this stuff and all that shit. And here's the thing, nobody's buying this old exhaust. I'm just gonna destroy it. Instead of taking off all these bolts that are gonna be frozen and stuff, I might try it. I might just cut it up here with a cutoff wheel and call it a day. Ooh, what size is this? 7/8. There we go. Oh ho! I I did not expect that to come free. That is, we're happy about that. We're really happy about that. How do you think they install these? Do you think they twist them up the opposite way before they thread them in? Or do you think they just have it unplugged and they run the wire up to where it needs to be plugged in after they thread it in so it's not all twisted around? I have no idea. Well, since this came out so easy, it might just be time to grab out the cutoff wheel and go. It's pretty wet in here. I don't think I'll start a fire. You know, I was gonna cut, but these bolts are right here and they've been soaking for a while. And I figure I'd try and negotiate. Hey, you know the rule. We never negotiate with terrorists. Well, these are extenuating circumstances. Don't think I'll be trying too hard though. Can you actually see anything, Mr. Camera? There's only one left. Oh, these are hot. Woo! It's on the other side. Hey! Bingo, bango, or bongo! How in the absolute tit sack am I gonna see this? I have no idea if this camera's catching any of this. Yeah. You can see the cat and the turbo. The turbo, fuck me. Oh, I'm doing a cat back. Guess what? My cat starts the connections towards the engine, so you can't do a cat back. You're doing an engine back. Oh, bro, I'm doing a header back exhaust. Yeah. Actually, I think I'm doing a turbo back because whatever. Now I just gotta bust the rubber mounts free down there. You know what? We'll also get a little shot of real quick. How do we like that paint? I'm getting full light on it. Yay, nay. I'm not gonna change it, but I just wanted to ask. This is a sick angle. You'll better appreciate me. Well, oh shit, is that stuff still recording? You still recording? No more recording that. That nothing over there. That nobody. Who do you think he is? Getting you to record him. Hey. The whole exhaust is free, but this little loop-de-loop here is kind of hung up.
Oh, the year was 1778. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. A letter of marque came from the king to the scummiest vessel I've ever seen. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barritt's privateers. Oh, Sid Barrit cried the tongue. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Or 20 brave men, all fishermen, who would make for him the Antelope's crew. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barritt's privateers.
All right, well, not as much of that song as I was hoping. I love that song, but here we've got the exhaust all pulled out. I'm probably gonna be doing a bunch of obnoxious scavenging for that bung right there, that O2 bung, because, you know, I feel like sometimes it's worth just ordering the shit, you know? But in these times, well, first of all, it's kind of fun playing the like scavenger game and the use all your resources game and whatever. But more than that, only half of the exhaust is getting here, and it's not getting here till 2 more days. I haven't even ordered one of these. I forgot to order one of these. I might as well cut it out and clean it up and re-weld it in. It'll take me the same amount of time as waiting for a new one. You'll just get a nice time lapse of me going and cutting through it. refinery. Oh, I miss the stream and the woods and streams, and I don't like cowboy clothes, but I like being free, and that makes me an idiot, I suppose. This was the tool that got this one out because this won't fit in there. And now this is the tool that'll get the other two of these out. You can tell that both ends of this are threaded because it's not a bolt. It's a stud with the nut frozen to the end of the stud. So I don't know if I'm gonna go to the hardware store and buy a bolt to replace this, or if I'm gonna fucking chase these threads and clean this one up or what. But that is not correct, and that's kind of why it fought me coming off. You know, not so much a fan of this. All right, remember, under the car, get your safety squints. They're more important there than ever. I mean, I usually don't use them. I like to see what I'm doing, but you know, I'd rather have my eyes. A little impairment's fine, especially when running this thing. You don't want to just. It's also, if you're gonna lose your eye, at least lose it doing something cool with like a blade that shatters and flies and shrapnel into your eye. Don't lose your eye getting rust from underneath your car falling in it. Make it cool. Don't lose your eye in a stupid way. Wear your glasses. Oh, I figured I should mention, this car's name is Viola, but I call her Vi for short. Wow, that light is always hot and always not right where it needs to be. You see those two unsuspecting philanthropers? That one. Oh, get her in reverse. Run it. There's one. Here's two. So the trouble is that, all right, I'm holding the GoPro with my mouth, cause I gotta hold this so I can get. What the? Okay. Oh. Yeah. We got the hole. That completes the whole exhaust layout. So I was thinking for the 3-inch, I'd cut it, maybe I'd cut it here or here, but I'd cut it while there's still 2 before it goes down to this 1. I'll see you when we get the rest of the exhaust parts and we start welding.